let's get into the XNode, because this is definitely what I would say it's the hottest item right now. It's just something unique. We're the only ones in the industry who has this, and we've been able to really grow massively over these course of these last few months, because of this product and the results that it's giving people, right? And so it's called XNode. Okay, we partnered up with a company, a Utah-based company called DEP. It stands for Decentralized Eco-Friendly Blockchain Technology. And what they've done is they found a way to tokenize or attach the blockchain to everyday commodities, right? The exploration and the sale and the production of everyday commodities. All right, and so that's why we call this where crypto meets commodities. But before we dive into how you earn and how it works and so forth, you kind of need to understand a couple of basic concepts. You understand blockchain, you need to understand what a node is, right? Two concepts that aren't very basic. They're kind of a little bit complex, but very simple. The simplest way, blockchain. If it weren't for the blockchain, you wouldn't have crypto. You wouldn't have Bitcoin, Ethereum. You wouldn't have all these other coins, because the blockchain is necessary. It's the highway. The way I describe it, it's the highway that cryptos exist, right? And so it's a very important, crucial element to the cryptocurrency world, right? Now, within the blockchain, you've got a node, okay? And a node is just the software, this piece of hardware, etc., that allows these data and all these blocks that are being solved in the blockchain to be stored. All right, so that all these data gets transmitted, received, and stored in the node. So the nodes are a vital part of the entire crypto and blockchain space. Okay, and so the reason we talk about nodes is because that's what we participate in. Okay, we participate in nodes. You've got a node software, and then you also have a node box, all right, which is the size of an average modem, uses less than the energy that your toaster would use, and it allows you to connect up to 20 licenses on this hardware. So I'll show you guys a picture later on. But so now let's see, let's go into black gold. So depth, okay, one of the first projects that they launched, and again, those are our partners, and one of the first projects that they launched was black gold. It's a crypto token that's tied up to the exploration, the sale, and the production of oil. Okay, and so what they ended up doing is they partnered up with a variety of different independent energy companies like Western Oil, Purdy Oil, and a few others. And the reason being is that, right, that is a blockchain company, it's a tech company, right? And what they needed was energy companies, people to purchase this oil, right? And companies that require have the need to locate new energy reserves in the world, right? And the growth or the magnitude of that discovery that determines the success of for Western Oil, right? And so Western Oil and Purdy Oil and all these independent energy companies, the reason they partner up with Depth and us is because we've got this proprietary satellite scanning technology that allows us to pinpoint and locate these reserves. And this is a real example, of these, fossil fuels or energies and commodities. And by having that technology, that reduces a lot of, waste. It's more efficient. It reduces the cost that normally, it will require for someone or entity or a company to explore, a certain area because they think there's oil there and so forth, right? And so because of that, Western Oil and all these other companies have partnered up with us. This is one of our projects in Nevada, where we have some of the wells. But I'm going to go ahead and show you. So we've got, in Nebraska right now, I believe this number has increased as the project has matured, but it's over 50 million barrels in reserve. In Nevada, you've got 400 million barrels. You know, you got actually a couple more sites now in Texas, a couple in Ghana, and there's a couple others that are you know, in the pipeline right now. But Black Gold, and we're going to focus on Black Gold right now and talk about the other projects. But the reason we talk about Black Gold is because, again, it was the first project, and we're able to duplicate this success through the tokenomics and through the entire ecosystem that we have with depth. So Black Gold launched on November 1st with 5 zeros before the 1. And it achieved over 120,000 plus growth since its launch. I believe now it's over 90 unique wallets that have over $1 million. And you know, it's been in the top 30 tokens in an exchange called PancakeSwap. Another thing that you'll notice as well is if you go to CoinMarketCap, second here, I thought I had it right here, but if you go to CoinMarketCap and you search the debt box, find them right here, okay? And this is basically the mother coin, okay? This is the coin for the entire ecosystem, the entire depth ecosystem, okay? And so you'll see that, hey, this coin is, you know, in CoinMarketCap, you know, many of the things that they told us at the beginning of our partnership, they've already achieved, right? This is not something where we're saying, hey, soon we're going to be on this, soon we're going to achieve that, soon we're going to do that. No, we've done all that already. Okay. And so you'll see that it's, you know, the coin's already on different exchanges. It's got enough liquidity. You know, the plan is to get in on a couple other exchanges before the year ends. And as towards the tail end of this year and the beginning of next year, we're looking to list the coin in Binance as well. Now, let me go back over here. Perfect. So Black Gold. So this is This was an account that started at the beginning of November of 2021. Okay. This account, and this is just to give you guys an idea of, you know, the opportunity. And so this account started with $2,000. Okay. This is what we call a perpetual license, because you're going to eventually, I mean, towards the tail end of this call, I'm going to explain more about the rentals and the perpetual licenses. But basically, you have two options to get in with XNode. You've got the rentals, okay, which is set for a set amount of cycles, you know, set amount of days. And then you've got the perpetual license. The perpetual license, you're able to, you know, you're the sole owner of that. You've got that for a minimum of 10 years, meaning but for 10 years minimum for the life of these projects, these commodity projects, right? You're going to continuously receive daily digital rewards, okay? So this is a perpetual license. This person bought it at $2,000, which was the initial cost for the Black Gold perpetual license. Excuse me. And you know, it started on November 8th. By the 2nd of January, we had about $1,300 already. Then by, you know, March 13th, a little bit less than 5 months, kind of already had a little bit under $20,000, right? And so, you know, that's in 5 months, right? Now, if you tell me, hey, I'll invest $2,000 and I'm gonna, you know, 5 months or less, I'm gonna be making that. I'll do that anytime a day, right? And so that is what we're duplicating with these other tokens, right? All these other tokens, all these other projects, they have their own tokenomics, they have their own, you know, mathematics, science as to why it grows, right? All of them will have different, you know, are supported by different projects, right, in the commodity space. So some of them may be more high risk, high reward, like the Black Gold, right, and the natural gas, because again, you're dealing with commodities, right? Everyday commodities that are in high demand in today's society, right? And so, but how it works is very simple. You purchase a mining license, you get it activated within 24 hours, and you'll see it growing, right? As it solves these blocks in the blockchain, you're going to get this fraction of the coin back to you, right? And you're getting paid simply for your support in the ecosystem of XNode and depth, okay? And the neat thing about it is that there's no restriction as to, hey, when you can withdraw, you know, how much you can withdraw. there is actually a minimum, right? But you can withdraw whatever time a day, you know, however many times you want in a day, and you have full control. And I'll show you right now in a minute here, real count. So these are some of the current projects, okay? And I say current because there's like over six more I would say, I think it's 6 more projects that are being developed in the pipeline right now. But right now, these are the projects. You've got Black Gold. Again, it's attached by and supported by and linked to the physical production and sale of crude oil. You've got natural gas, again, supported and linked by linked to the physical production and sale of natural gas. Grow, this one's attached to the and supported by high yielding agriculture. So this is basically the marijuana industry. And then digital gold, supported by gold. Aluminum is supported by the extraction of bauxite, which is an element in aluminum. Then Explorer, okay, Explorer is our very own satellite, okay, and you know, we're currently the satellite. Well, currently the technology that we use, okay, is what allows us to locate these reserves, right? Now, we don't have the satellite up in space, right, as of yet, but we're piggybacking off of, you know, the Google satellite. But our engineers are developing right now a satellite that will be launched in space within the next 6 to 12 months, right? And this token is supported by that, okay? And we'll be the very first, you know, crypto that has its own satellite up in space, and that's going to be done through an association with SpaceX and Google as well. Okay, so those are the options when it comes to the perpetual licenses. Okay, perpetual again means that, hey, you're the owner and you have this for life, or for the life of the projects, right? And majority of these, you know, I don't know if many people here know a little bit about, you know, natural gas and oil, but these things, you know, these wells, you know, pay out and allow, you know, the miners, the engineers and science to extract for years and years, and sometimes even decades, right? And so
and Ozzy, just so they can be clear, because this is an old slide. Okay, so yeah, it does say.
I was just about to say that.
Okay, go ahead.
But yeah, so the perpetual sold out, okay? And I want everybody to understand that the perpetual for Black Gold is completely sold out, okay? And what happens is that it's not just an unlimited supply, right? You've got a limited supply, and as more miners, more blockchain miners participate in these projects, the price does go up. Okay, so this price that you're seeing right now that says 1,250 for the Explorer or 1,500 for aluminum is because these projects just got started, right? But eventually, as more participants get involved, the price will go up, and eventually, as the supply decreases and eventually it sells out, you're not able to get in on the perpetual. Okay, so one thing to add about the perpetual and the perpetual licenses selling out, right? Because we get this question all the time, is once it sells out, okay, our partners DEP, they create your license into a NFT, and you're able to, you know, sell that to other people if you wanted to. Okay, now why would you want to do that? Well, you know, there may be a variety of reasons, right? But we sell these, okay, licenses at a very economical price when we compare that to our partners DEP. All right, for example, our highest price point for Black Gold was 6,000, DEP 50,000, right? Some of these are going for 20,000, 30,000 a license, right? As you can see, you know, we have nothing of that nature over here, right? Very economical. And so that's just something I wanted to add there. But for those who are looking to rent, right, maybe you want to try before you buy it, right? And that's the whole premise of this concept here of the rental program. Is we realize, hey, maybe not everybody has 4,500 or 2,500 or 1,500, etc., to drop, you know, with, you know, at the drop of a dime. But, you know, maybe they have 250, right? And they want to they want to get a taste of it, and they want to see if it's real, and withdraw one time and see that it's real, right? And so, well, we've created a rental program, okay? And again, the rental program is a try before you buy it. Some people, utilize it in a way that allows them to maybe, try to renew it every month and use it as an auto ship. It's not automated, meaning that you're going to have to purchase it every month. You can't just get it automated, right? And again, the supply is very limited. So there's only 15,000. Okay, there's only 15,000 for a network of 100,000, right? That is available. So these things sell out fast. And then there's about 45,000 for the natural gas. Okay. Now, one thing I have to add, because this slide, there's been a change to it now over the course of the last couple of days, and it's 20 cycles. So it's not 30 cycles anymore for the black gold, and it's 50 cycles for the natural gas. Okay, what a cycle basically means, it's a 24-hour period. Okay, so I believe it's 6 p.m. Utah time, 6 p.m. the next day, right? So that's a cycle. Now, 250 is what it costs for these licenses. Okay. The range of the production can vary. Okay, we're just here to hit a target. Our goal is to hit a target which is anywhere from that 40% growth up to 100% growth. That's what we've been able to achieve. Okay, with these licenses. Again, some people use it as a way to, hey, let me flip my money and maybe reinvest, et cetera, or maybe use it so that I can buy a perpetual license later on, because I believe in the power and the potential of this entire ecosystem, right? So a little bit about the tokenomics. 10% is allocated, is redistributed within the tokenomics, 2% of that is burned. Okay, and so and what that means is that you take, because this is deflationary items, right? And so what that means is that the less supply, the higher the demand, right? And so as these projects mature, and for example, in this case, black gold, as they hit payload and they find more oil, and as they dig deeper in the in the reserves, our partners, right, these energy independent companies are contracted to purchase certain amount of coins, right, and then burn them, right? And as they burn, you'll never see them again. So it's decreasing the amount of supply, right, which ultimately increases the value of the token. Okay. Now 4% is stored away for the growth of the entire ecosystem, and then another 4% is stored away for the liquidity for all the exchanges where these tokens appear. Okay. There's also a halving that's done every year. Okay. And so this is just part of the tokenomics and part of the mathematics that allows these tokens to be sustained and grow over time. Okay. Quickly, I want to show you here. Let's see here real quick. If you go to, well, let's see here. Cool. So this is my wife's account. I got some rentals for her last month for the black gold, and let's see if I go to rewards. So this is your interface, right? You can download the app XNode, and your interface will look very similar to this. Okay, and so I was able to get 20 licenses last month. Okay, for $5,000. I sold 1,500, a little bit less than 1,500. I think it was like 14 something, as an example to show during a live call. And so, I made a little bit over 9,000 off of my $5,000 investment. And so, that's it's pretty awesome, without doing anything. Right now, this already ended. So my license already ended, and so I have to, get back on the private list and renew. Correct. Now, I'm gonna show you here one that is actually running this. I have 30 natural gas licenses right now, and you'll be able to see here, we haven't done a full cycle yet, because I started yesterday at 5 p.m. Utah time, or I think it's 6 p.m. Utah time, excuse me. So I haven't done a full cycle just yet, but you'll see here, this is literally how yours will look, as it solves these blocks at, continuously growing every single day. Okay. And so that's with, right now it's down 4%, but yeah, so I got a 440,000 natural gas tokens currently, right? And so that is what I wanted to show you on that end. If you guys want to maybe, find a little bit more about the debt box, you can even go to our partner's website, right? And you can check it out. Some of the, you go to token over here, you can find a little bit more about the contract address, right? Super transparent, right? I mean, we're opening the books for everyone, and this is something that really, brought, really connected with us because resonated with us because we are a very transparent company. And so you have all this information here. You can go onto the projects and even get the white papers. We call it light papers, but you can get the white papers for all these projects and find out a little bit more as to how it works and the strategies behind it and what are the milestones that they're going to achieve, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Everything tokenomics there. So as we get to the tail end here of the call here, or the presentation at least, we are a self-betterment platform. We really stick true to that personal development mindset. And so we've got a couple programs within the community and leadership space that allows our community, our leaders to leverage so that they can continue to advance as leaders, right? In today's industry and digital world. One of them being our incentive trip that we do. We do it every October and every March, okay, so of the year. So we do it twice a year. Again, Brian already mentioned that we've done a few now. This is going to be our fourth one. So we did Cancun, Dubai, South Africa, and now we're going to Barcelona. And it's just an opportunity to, meet the founder, meet the corporate team, meet the executives, meet the top leaders, get everything paid for. And we're flying about 200 and I think it's 230 leaders to this Barcelona event, right? Fully paid for, all inclusive resorts, etc. You do a bunch of different activities. It's a great experience, and I definitely recommend it. It's super achievable for anyone, and it's based off of you have a variety of different ways to achieve it, right? It's not just simply based off of your rank and so forth. So, I'm grandfathered in because I've been here since day one. It doesn't work that way, right? It's based off of your current activity and sales, etc. Right? And so great opportunity there. Now, how do you become a member for, let's say, the auto ships and memberships that we have, all right, and the services, some of the services that I was discussing here on this call? You've got a variety of different options, right? I'm going to allow the leadership to disclose that and go more into depth as to what is the best option for the team. But personally, we recommend the Pro just because it comes with everything. You get more bang for your buck, and it's $145, right? Now, when it comes to the ambassador program and your opportunity to build a business, you get paid in 4 different ways. You've got the direct bonus, you've got the apprentice bonus, the rank bonus, and also the binary commission or team commission. Direct bonus basically means, hey, you're going to get paid, a bonus for the sale of that sponsorship that you did, right? That direct that you personally enrolled, right? It can vary depending on the add-on or depending on the XNode service or the membership, right? And so obviously it comes with volume as well. Then you have the apprentice bonus. Apprentice bonus is the first step for someone who's looking to, participate in the ambassador program, right? And so when you become an apprentice by having 3 personally enrolled members in your organization, and then that gives you $100. Then as they, depending on what membership tier level they purchase, that'll determine your direct bonus. But in this example, she achieved 15, 3 times. So she's getting paid $145 just for her apprentice bonus. Again, this is, what you are used to be able to say the 3 and totally, covered, right? 3 and free. So that is that. Then you got the rank bonus. This is a weekly payout that is attached to the growth of your personal team. And this is where we say, hey, get 3, help 3, get 3. All right. And so You get paid depending on your rank, okay, that you achieve for the week, you maintain, excuse me, and it's a max payout of $8,000 over a course of 4 weeks. Now, the team commissions, okay, and this is paid to the infinity, and this is based off of your placement structure, okay, and obviously the rank that you maintain. I'm going to show you what I mean about that, but you get paid 10, 15, 20% off of the weak side volume of your rank, okay, and this table, explains it a little bit further. When we designed this table, we didn't have XNode, right? And so this is designed off of the Pro membership, all right, which is the membership that gives you 90 points, 90 PV. And, your rank will determine how big percentage you'll receive for the team commission. Here it goes up, talks about the volume. Everything's volume based, okay? It's volume based. So it means like, hey, the beautiful thing about the XNodes is that what used to take maybe 3, 4, 5, 6 individuals, to achieve a certain volume can now be achieved through one sale, right? Because most people end up buying more than just one, license. And so, yeah, this goes over in detail as far as to the rank bonuses and the binary, et cetera, et cetera. So, again, we can train more about that later on, but withdrawal methods in the back office, bank, PayPal, USDT, Bitcoin, how to pay in the back office for memberships. When it comes to memberships, you've got a variety of different options. You've got coin payments. You've got you've got a safety pay, which is specifically for Latin America. It's an option that allows them to pay with cash by going to a bank or a convenience store. You can pay with your wallet balance. You can pay Stripe, credit card, bank card, etc. And then, but when it comes to the nodes, their payment method, it can't be card, right, for obvious reasons, but it's going to be predominantly coin payments or crypto. So USDT, BTC, those things. Cool. And so that is all I had here when it comes to that. And I mean, just to briefly show you guys here real quick, this is one of the chats that we have here, one of the teams. And so, these are individuals who started. These are individuals that started last month, okay, with the services, and this, they were sending some of their results, and the results have been amazing. I mean, I've never seen a service that, someone signs up, maybe they've dropped down $1,000, in the next 2 days they want to drop down another couple $1,000, and so just because they see that, what it's performing and what it's achieving and so forth. And so, yeah, that's XNode, and that's who we are, IX. And I can tell you from corporate, we're here to facilitate and help in any way, shape, or form, because some of us are in the field, and that, all of us come from the field. And this side, we're here to help, and we can provide many different benefits and many different opportunities for you guys to grow. And
hey, Ozzy, so there was a question, and since we have everybody on, I know the video is not that long. Is it possible to play the kind of the promo video real quick? So and just to reference this for all of y'all. So I actually am on this trip. You'll see me, for whatever reason, I grabbed a yellow hat, but I grabbed a white one whenever I left. But but I was the one walking around with the yellow hat. So we flew out there. This is our Nebraska well. So we got up like 5 a.m. and then there's people from Ecuador, from Peru, from Mexico, from the United States. And then we flew into to Colorado, to Denver, and then we had to drive 2.5 hours. We rented 3 SUVs, and I'm talking, we're in the middle of nowhere. It's like, hey, this is scary. I was like, where are we? And when we finally got there, all of a sudden it opens up, because the guy's property is 40,000 acres that he owns, old guy, and then his brother owns 15,000 next door. And so we got to talk to the scientists, the engineers, all these different people. I mean, it was absolutely phenomenal. And this guy was telling us when we were there, I guess has been in his family for 80 years, 100 years, and it costs millions of dollars to dig these wells, even if it's a dry well. And he says that since he's owned it, there's been 25 exploration companies that have drilled dry wells. And a friend of his called and said they have this technology. They can find between in 5 inches where stuff is. And this is him saying and not me, but he goes, well, I told my friend, I think these guys are full of shit. But hey, if they want to spend the money to dig a dry well, then let them go ahead and do it. And of course, they hit exactly where they said 8 million barrels and then 100 million barrels, 400 feet below that, plus 1,900 acres of natural gas, which they just tapped. But this is just a really quick video of this if you haven't already seen it. So I think you'll enjoy it.
Hey guys, what's going on? Joe Martinez here. We're at the Salt Lake Airport right now on our way out to take a flight to Denver, then a road trip out to Nebraska. We're gonna go visit some sites for our debt box partners, Black Gold specifically, to see where the oil's pumping, where it's coming from, get to talk to the landowners, get to talk to the actual extractors or the miners. So we're excited. It's 5 a.m. here, and we'll see you guys soon on the rest of the video. We made it to Denver! Woo! Guys, well, we made it out here. We are in the middle of nowhere. I'm not going to disclose the exact location, but we're in the state of Nebraska. As you can see behind me, we got our rig. It's up and drilling right now, about to hit the next pay zone. We got a lot of our friends here. There's an entire team out here, scientists, engineers, landowners, to make this project work, guys. So this is the first visit out. Officially want to welcome everybody that's been participating in DebtBox, the licenses, and any of the future projects. What I want you guys to understand is cryptocurrencies meeting commodities, and it's time to take things to the next level. So make sure you guys understand, get to know a little bit more about these projects, see the validation, video proof, blockchain proof, whatever it is that you're looking for. We got a lot of projects up and coming. We're right here now validating Black Gold because it's the first project, it's the most mature project. It has some very good tokenomics going right now, but I guarantee you guys, you're gonna see more and more of these videos as we come out with this XNode and DebtBox project as we move forward. So that's it, guys. Alright guys, well, we're up here, we're on the flat deck of the rig, it's called, and you can see behind me the engineers, the scientists are going through, they're educating the group about the actual technology, right? One thing is to see the rig, the machinery, but we have people that have worked in this industry 20, 30 plus years that have never seen the accuracy of the technology, the scanning technology that we're using here at DebtBox to identify targets and opportunities for gas and oil, precious metals. So I think it's important to understand the value that we bring to this industry and being able to hit a well and not hit a dry well, but hit payload, pay dirt, pay whatever it may be, oil, gas. So it's just amazing to hear all this information. It's impressive, the machinery here, the experience here, and so it just gives another layer of validation again, guys. So I appreciate it. We're gonna get back over here and we'll talk to you guys on the next video. right, guys, and that's a wrap. We've been up since 5 a.m. Hit the airport, just drove 2-3 hours out here to this rig. Got a great tour of it, met with the scientists, met with the landowners, and heard a lot today, guys, not just of the validation of the actual project, okay? Not just the oil rig behind us, not just the machinery, not just the tangibility, but we heard a lot more about the technology, okay? What I want you guys to understand is this project is based, yes, it's black gold. We're out here. This is an oil rig. They can get into gas as well. But what we learned a lot about today, guys, is the scan technology, also known in the ecosystem as Explorer coin or Explorer token. So if you're wondering, like, what does this whole ecosystem provide to these real world miners here, to these explorers here, it is the scan technology. We heard from engineers how they've never seen anything like it before. We've heard from the scientists that have been developing this for the last 30 years. We heard about how they're going to be launching their own satellite into space over the next 10 months and being able to explore and scan more properties in the States and all around the world. So guys, I can just tell you this is the beginning of something great. I can guarantee you guys, you don't know what you have in your hands yet. If you're a license holder, all I could say is I'm buying more. I can't tell you what to do, but I'm buying more. Every single day, new projects are coming out every single quarter. If you feel like you messed out on black gold, guess what? We just launched aluminum. We're just launching Explorer. Guess what? In 3 more weeks, 3 more months, excuse me, we'll have new projects coming out. So do not feel like you missed the boat, you missed the opportunity, because you will have another opportunity. Get involved with XNode, get involved with that box, and make sure you understand what this ecosystem can do for you. I truly believe it can create generational wealth for years and years and generations to come. So with that, guys, I want to again thank everybody from DebtBox, thank everybody, all the scientists, all the engineers, the landowners for allowing us to come out here and just validate this project one more time. So everybody in the XNode community, all I can say is this is just the beginning. We'll talk to you guys next time we see you.
Nice, crazy. There's a different product offering.
Brian,
Yeah, it's different. So something I wanted to say, you know, having been there, you know, my relationship with this goes back, and I won't go through the whole story, but about 15 years with one of the owners. But it was through the gold industry. I knew he owned gold mines and in Ghana and different places. And my dad, as I grew up as a kid, by trade was a gold refiner. So he would take gold and for the jewelry industry and turn it into 4/9 fine pure. And when I moved it to Utah, I built a relationship with this guy, Roy Nelson. And my dad doesn't own a gold refinery anymore. He moved out here when all the kids moved out here. He retired, but he still has like a little kind of refinery in his garage for assays and things like that. So, you know, he would bring samples and say, hey, have your dad test this and this. So I knew about this satellite technology a few years back but I just assumed it was simply for precious metals. And of course, now I understand that it works for anything, but, you know, natural gas is what I have. So I didn't buy the black gold when they first came out. I bought 20 of the natural gas licenses, and I'm very happy, very happy that I did. You know, I've made about 30,000 on it. If I wanted to cash out today, you know, depending on what the price is, it fluctuates a little bit. But if I do the math on on what black gold price is right now, it would be somewhere around, you know, 450, $500,000 that I would have made. So the thing about it is, it's about accumulating token. If you feel like you need to cash out, some of the people cash out, you know, every few days. I myself am not personally doing that, because the point is that that $200 a day or whatever it is I'm making, if it was the price of black gold, and it will be the price of black gold, and black gold will even be higher, well, then it'd be like $2,000 I'm making on those same licenses. So it kind of comes to a decision with what you want to do as an individual. You know, when do you want to cash out your coins and everything else? I personally am holding until it gets to a certain price, and then I'll cash out maybe half of them or something like that. But the reason why I'm really excited about natural gas is we actually have more natural gas reserves than we do oil reserves right now. Now, I don't know that will always be the case, but just this site in Nebraska, they were telling us they have 1,900 acres of natural gas. I think the site in Nevada has 1.3 trillion in natural gas reserves. Now, natural gas is a little different to get out. I'm learning all this too. It's different piping and everything, but we just tapped one of the reserves for natural gas in the last couple of days. And so, and if you read the news and everything, what natural gas is doing. So I'm excited about natural gas from a standpoint of building as a networker. The ability for someone to, my dogs are going to bark here in a second, so I apologize. Someone's walking in the house. But the ability to have someone, you know, we normally as networkers, we're just hoping somebody, you know, pays their, you know, auto ship for whatever it is that they're doing each month. And we're just hoping they just get that one auto ship, you know. I told you. So, hey, go out. And but what we have a situation here is that, you know, me and Ozzy, we kind of had egg on our face last month whenever we were doing the black gold, because people wanted, you know, we're limiting people to 3, and we sold out in 45 minutes, the 15,000 rentals, because there are no more licenses that you can, perpetual licenses you can get. We were getting 30 to 40 orders per second. It crashed our servers. We did about 5 million in 45 minutes. And so we're doing a little bit different this month to try to be able to spread it out more through the teams and everything else. But, you know, I've never been in a situation where people were mad that they could not order more product and that they're begging to do it. And so now this is the first time we're releasing these natural gas rentals. You know, someone can get up to 20, which essentially is that $15 residual plus 90 volume times 20. So you sign somebody up and they get 20, that's, you know, $300 right there just in a residual bonus. And I can promise you, if they are allowed to get those 20 again, they will definitely get them again. No one's ever going to not buy these, because who's not going to do something like this? So, so anyway, it's exciting to, you know, have that when you're looking at building the compensation plan. And I'm excited about natural gas. I'm excited about all the projects now that I'm really starting to know more and understand. But, you know, this is giving people an opportunity to, instead of going and putting down 90,000 to buy 20 perpetual licenses for natural gas, you can get 20 for 5,000. Of course, you only get them for 50 days. But, you know, I think in that period of time, you will have your testimony to be able to talk to anybody about this. And a lot of people that are getting involved or in other companies, competing companies, you know, friends of mine that are doing other businesses, but they've heard about it and they're like, hey, Brian, I just want to get these, you know, just for myself personally. And so it's kind of an interesting thing I haven't really experienced before in network marketing, but it makes it exciting, you know, when your team is begging to get more, you know,